Starting pitcher, number 99, Connor Giroux. On first base, number 3, Dallas Lamore. On third base, number 17, Caleb Joanne. Playing shortstop, number 2, Memphis Cox. In right field, number 25, Rock Huskinson. Center field, number 9, Cameron McLean. Coming off the bench, number 41, Cole Williams. Coming off the bench, number 16, Ian Burrow. And playing second base, number 22, Zach Wilson. Manager Travis Cox. Coach Pierre Jordan and Allison Giroux. Your River Rats. And now for the home team, the Oakville Whitecaps. Starting in left field, number 7, Liam Engelwright. Number 22, playing shortstop, Jack Bichart. At second base, number 15, Evan Langley. Starting pitcher, number 13, Andrew Parrott. Starting catcher, number 19, Matthew Zigley. Playing center field, number 10, Simon Missile. In right field, number 6, Kyle Roberts. Coming off the bench, number 4, Dominic Hokinson. Playing first base, number 9, Ryan Frost. Coming off the bench, number 2, William Colligan. Coming off the bench, number 27, Evan Christian. And coming off the bench, number 11, Nathan Morrow. Playing third base, number 12, Cole Campbell. Your manager, Doug Unright, Coach Chris Hokinson, and Paul Christian. Your host, the Oakville Whitecaps. Today's umpire is provided by District 1. Home plate will be Chuck McGregor. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand if you can. Remove your hats for the playing of the Canadian National Anthem. Players have a great game of play ball. Coaches and captains to home plate for a meeting with the umpires.
Hello everybody, welcome back to game number 4 of the round robin play here for the Little League Ontario Provincial Championships. It's the Cornwall River Rats taking on the host team, Oakville Whitecaps. And I'm joined here by Cameron Forte. Cameron, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great today. How about you?
Good. Can't wait to get this match underway. Should be a good one. Now Cam's here to, help me get a little bit more insight of what's going to go down here between the Oakville Whitecaps and the Cornwall River Rats. We have a good game. Both these squads are 1-0 so far to start. And, this could really sway who finishes first in the round robin.
Yeah, I mean, it could. I think this is going to be quite the deciding game today, and I think we're in for a good one today.
For sure. I couldn't agree more. You see on the screen right there, the umpires and the captains and coaches all agreeing. Umpires shaking each other's hands. The punch to the chest for the home plate umpire, and we're about to get underway for some round-robin action baseball. Like I said, this is game 4 of 6. So we still have 2 more that'll happen tomorrow. It'll be 2 p.m. Game 5 will be the Cornwall River Rats taking on the East Nepean Eagles. And then game 6, the final game of round-robin, the Orleans Red Sox versus the Oakville Whitecaps, and then we move on to semifinals on Friday and the finals on Saturday. So it should be an ultimately good rest of the tournament. And like you said, this game could go a long way determining who really finishes first and who finishes second place possibly, depending on the outcomes of the games obviously tomorrow. And you see on the mound here, starting for the Whitecaps, it's going to be number 13, Andrew Kieran. And, Cameron, is there anything you can tell me a little bit, about Andrew Kieran, what he brings and what he offers?
I mean, I think he's a pretty good pitcher. I think it'll be interesting to see how he does today, and it'll be interesting to see.
So from what I've saw from the last couple games, he has a big power arm. But before we dive a little bit deeper, we're going to take a look at the Cornwall River Rats roster. So a rundown here: number 2, Memphis Cox; number 3, Dallas Lamore; number 9, Cameron McLean; number 12, Maxime Levine; number 16, Ian Burrow; number 17 is Caleb Joadin; 20, Evan Rutley; 22, Zachary Wilson; 25, Brock Huskinson; 41, Cole Williams; 99, Connor Giroux; and then the manager, Travis Cox, Pierre Joadin, and Allison Giroux are the coaches and manager. And just before we went into the roster, we talked about, Andrew Kieran, that he has that power arm. He displayed it yesterday. He was catching, went to third base. Are you expecting to see a lot of just fast pitches, a lot of hard strikes?
I'm expecting to see some hard pitching today. It might be a little fast, and so we'll have to see how Cornwall reacts and how they can hit the ball today.
Exactly, and should be a good all-around baseball game. Looking forward to the start of this one. For the side of Cornwall, it'll be like this. Evan Rutley will lead things off here, followed by Max Levine, and then Connor Giroux, he'll be batting third. So we will see how things start off, and we're about to get underway here in Oakville, Ontario. Beautiful day today for baseball. Very hot in the sun, but under the tents here, it's a nice breeze with some shade.
Yeah.
Evan Rutley.
And here we go. First pitch is about to get underway. And there for strike 1. And what we want to see from both pitchers is what we kind of saw a little bit in the last game, where the pitching really got ahead in the count as Rutley grounds one on the third base. Good speed up the first baseline. Does throw get there in time? It does. And 1 out here for the side of the Whitecaps. Good textbook play to start off the game over there at third, right, Cam?
Yeah, man. It was a beautiful play. Nice throw from third, and good out.
Good start, and then Max Levine now, the catcher, number 12, will start things off for his day. First pitch missing low at the knees. And like we mentioned at the start, Cornwall, they did win their first game yesterday, as did the Whitecaps. So both teams currently 1-0 in the round robin play. Second pitch caught at the knees for strike 2. Bounce at the dirt. We'll go 2-1.
Yeah.
Pitch down low, swung on and missed. So, do you have any experience playing with the Whitecaps?
I do, actually. I played with Andrew Kieran here on the mound, and 2 other players, Jack Bisharat and Simon Missel.
And down the line, foul ball right there. So you're watching these guys, playing with them. How competitive does it get over there in that dugout?
Oh, it does get pretty competitive, and I think that's a really good thing to have on the team. So it's good to see.
Yeah, and Oakville looked strong in that first game against East Nepean.
Yeah, and that's how I remember the team being, and it'll be interesting to see if they can carry that on through the rest of the tournament.
2-2 count here to Max Levine. Swung in the dirt. Nice pick back there. Throwing the first in time. 2 up, 2 down so far for Andrew Kieran. Has all of his pitches working on the mound so far.
Number 99.
Yeah. It's all been doing good, and I think he'll be able to make it out of here. But it'll be interesting to see how he does further down the line in the game.
So you playing on this team last year, you can kind of go more in depth with the pitching rules and all that, because I'm not very well known about it with the pitch limits and how they work, because I hear them always being announced, and I try to play off a little bit as much as I know. Can you go in a little bit more in depth about really like how the pitching counts work?
Yeah, I mean, I don't remember all the rules because there's so many of them. It's hard to remember all of them, but they're very strict rules where if you pitch so many pitches, you can't pitch days later. It's all really complicated. I honestly I don't.
It's
remember.
a cycle, and you just played through it.
Yeah,
That's all good.
That's kind of how it is.
I figured as much. It would probably be 45 can't pitch the next day, 60 can't pitch the next 2 kind of thing.
Yeah, that's basically how it is.
Right.
And then there's also rules regarding if you pitch a certain amount, you're not allowed to catch.
Okay.
It's all
interesting. I didn't know that was.
Yeah, it's all really complicated.
Ground ball hit on a second base, taking on a hop, throwing to first in time, and it'll be a 3 up, 3 down inning for the Whitecaps. And we'll see here if the Cornwall River Rats can do the same. Headed to the bottom half of the first.
Aaron threw 12 pitches in the inning. He's had 12 for the ball game.
And quickly, all of the community partners out there, we'd like to thank you for sponsoring the 2023 Little League Ontario Junior Provincial Championship. Without you, we wouldn't be where we are with this provincial championship. So thank you to all the wonderful community partners. Headed in the action to the bottom half of the first. On the mound, you'll see for the River Rats will be Connor Giroux. And then leading things off, 1, 2, and 3, Liam Engel-Enright will lead things off. Jack Bisharat will go second, and then Evan Langley will go third. Stick around, we got more action coming your way there in the bottom half of the first. Alrighty, and we will take a look at the 2023 Oakville Whitecaps roster. Number 2, Binyam Colligan. Number 4, Dominic Hokinson. Number 6, Kyle Roberts. 7 is Liam Engel-Enright. 9 is Ryan Croft. 10 is Simon Missel. 11, Nathan Moreau. 12, Cole Campbell. 13, Andrew Kieran. 15, Evan Langley. 19 is Matthew Zigley. 22, Jack Bisharat. 27, Evan Christian, and the manager, Doug Enright. Coaches, Chris Hokinson and Paul Christian. That is your 2023 Oakville Whitecaps. And as we are getting ready to start the bottom half of the first, Connor Giroux on the mound, number 99.
It'll be interesting to see if he can follow up that performance from Andrew right there. He pitched a great inning, 3 up, 3 down, so we'll have to see if he can do the same thing.
Yeah, and as we were talking about that pitching rule, Connor did pitch in yesterday's game for the River Rats, so A little curious to see, maybe he has a longer leash so they don't use him later on in the tournament.
Yeah, I'm not sure. That's one of the strategies they could be using. The other one could be they pitch him small amounts every day. So it'll be interesting to see how long he's gonna go here.
For sure. And first batter in, Liam Engel on right. Pitches swung on a miss. Good off speed right there to start off the at bat. A one pitch high outside for ball 2. Pulled down the line, drops for a fair ball and a base hit. Throw to first, not in time. And Engel Enright gets into one, pulls it over into right field for a leadoff hit.
Number 22, Jack Fisher.
And all I overheard is just the coach over there for the Cornwall River Rats just asked for the bat to be inspected.
Yeah, I mean, all these rules with the districts and these tournaments, they're very strict rules. So before games, they have to inspect all the equipment that the players are using. So maybe the coach thought they missed something and that they were possibly using an illegal bat, and looks like umps are going to talk it over. So
Yeah.
I don't know what they would have seen there.
Looked like he also asked to check possibly the batting gloves, but umps will talk it over, and their call is the final discretion. We cannot change the ruling of what they say. We just got to listen. That's how the rules work here in baseball and every sport.
Yep.
So as we await a decision and figure out what's fully going on. And after it all, we're staying where we are. So it's a leadoff single for Liam Engel Enright. And he possesses good speed. We saw that yesterday, stole multiple bags. So it's something to check out for Max Levine behind the dish. First pitch high, missing for a ball.
Yeah, Liam is a very quick runner, and so he's definitely one to be looking out for on the base path, and one that Cornwall may want to be worried about.
In there, strike one, count goes to 1-1. And something I mentioned in yesterday's game with Cornwall, we don't see very often is a left-handed catcher.
That's right.
And that's what Max Levine is currently, and more power to him if he's able to pull it off. It's a very impressive feat.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, we don't see that a lot, but if it's gonna work out, I gotta
tip your cap sometimes.
Yeah.
Count on Jack Bisher at 2-1. Still no outs here in the bottom half of the first. And if you're just tuning in, top half went like this. Andrew Kieran just went 1-2-3 with the first 3 batters of the Cornwall River Rats. So far, Liam Engel on right. He pulled a ball in the right field for a single. And that's where we currently are at. Throw down. Good strong throw just on the wrong side of the base. And that's a stolen base right there for Engel Enright.
Yeah, and just as we were talking about earlier, he's one to be watching out for, and that's something we see a lot of with Liam on the base path.
Big swing and a miss. Count running full here on Bisharat. Can he put him away? Our man on second. Slide step. Smoked in the left center gap. Gets down for a base hit. That's going to be extra bases. Angle Enright on his way home. Bisharat's on his way to second, standing. It's an RBI double for Jack Bisharat.
Yeah, that was a solid swing right there, and it RBI right there. So it's good stuff for the Whitecaps, and we'll see if the River Rats will be able to make it out of here without too much damage.
And that's what you got to hope with the Cornwall River Rats. Just trying to minimize the damage you can. And it was a good piece of hitting right there. Fell to a full count on Bisharat, and then just got a pitch he liked and hit it into the gap where nobody was.
That's exactly what happened.
Pitch in there for a strike. Count 0-2 here. This is Evan Langley. Hit to center field. Doesn't have a play. That's carrying. Rolling all the way. Bisharat speed around third. He's coming home. Not going to be a play at the plate. And two big bops have the Oakville Whitecaps up 2-0. That big bop off the bat of Evan Langley.
Yeah, that was a really good swing right there, and some good contact, and that's what's going to happen if Cornwall's going to be giving them those pitches. They're just going to start hitting them.
And we can kind of see it in the outfield. There's Canadian flag just off in the right field, showing the wind blowing that way. Snagged that shortstop by Memphis Cox. Throws a little bit high. Langley taking third. And there's runners on the corner off of an infield hit from Andrew Kieran. But as I was mentioning, the flags, you kind of see that wind's blowing out to left center field. So anything in the air, it's going to keep carrying. That's what we witnessed with the Langley hit.
Exactly.
Number 19, Matthew
That can be
Ziegler.
dangerous for both teams. If Oakville keeps hitting like this, the ball's just going to keep carrying, and Cornwall's going to have to watch out for that. It's the same thing the other way around.
Kieran takes off for second. No throw down, so runners now at second and third. Takes away the force of a double play. Pitch high, missing for a ball. Early 2-0 lead for the Whitecaps in the bottom half of the first. That one just missing that outside corner. Count runs in favor here of Matthew Ziegler. Fly ball hit to shallow left center field. Center fielder has a beat. It's caught. Langley's going home. Throw to the plate, not going to be in time. And it's a 3-0 lead now for the Whitecaps.
That's some good base running right there by Langley. Tag up on that fly ball all the way to center,
Pitch number 18.
and that's going to give him another run. Extend the lead for Oakville.
And that's exactly what you want to do, right? If you are Matthew Ziegler, you just get a ball to the outfield and it scores the run.
Yeah, especially with none out. That's all you can do, and it's a free way to get a run at this point.
Yeah, that's just doing a really good job right there. If you're a hitter. Kieran takes off. The ball gets away. He's going to be safe at third. Good cover right there by Memphis Cox. Slide in behind to get that ball. Make sure Andrew Kieran doesn't take off for home plate. And he's still just laying on the ground there.
Yeah, but that's some aggressive base running right there. That's something we don't see a whole lot of. He took off while the pitcher was set, hadn't even started his windup, and that's something we really don't see that often. It's a really risky play. I'm surprised he did that.
Sometimes the risk pays off with a good reward.
Yep.
And that's what happened right there. Simon Missile fouls it off and hits off, I think, his chest, his helmet, and then I don't know where else on his body. But strike one. High outside there for ball one.
Next pitch will be 22-0.
1-1 is the count. 1 out here, bottom half of the first. Pitch high outside, 2-1. Connor Giroux trying to limit some of the damage that's been done this inning. That one just falling on the outside of the plate. Catches the plate now, full count, 3-2.
Yeah, and I think Cornwall, they're really hoping that pitcher here can make it out of this inning so that they can keep him for later on in the tournament.
It's the hope, trying to get Giroux out of it. Up the middle, hit. Memphis Cox bobbled it around. No play at first. A run will come in. Just an unfortunate break there for the River Rats.
Yeah, I mean, that's unfortunate. It's a pretty routine play, however, he bobbled it. Happens sometimes, and not much you can do about it anymore.
Yeah, unfortunate. Made a good play to get to the ball, just hit the wrong part of the glove and popped out.
Yep.
So, runner on first, still 1 out. Takes off. Good throw, but just tails to the wrong side of the bag. So in there standing up is Missile. Missing the outside corner there is Giroux. "25 degrees today here in Oakville. Another beautiful day. High and inside. Gets over the head, and Missile's going to take off for third on the pass ball. Ball in the dirt, runner not coming home. Again, and Cameron, playing on this field, I've been mentioning it all weekend long, this backstop here is very small, so if you're a runner at third, you got to get a really good jump, right?
It is, yeah, and it's either you get a really good jump or you're just hoping for the ball to hit one of the big poles at the back and to go all the way down the line, because that's really the only way you're gonna get home, unless, like you said, you get a really good jump. It's not easy to be stealing home.
Hit over the head of the shortstop into left field for a base hit. Kyle Roberts, that's an RBI. And the lead extended now, 5-0 is Oakville.
Number 4, Dominic Hokinson.
Now Dominic Hokinson, he'll come up to bat. Starting today on the bench.
There was a balk on the play there. Kind of just like what Andrew was doing earlier there. Kyle took off as the pitcher was set, and pitcher didn't really know what to do and caused a balk, and so I gave him a free base. It's unfortunate.
It's a tough breaks on the side of the River Rats, but if you're on the side of Oakville, you know, it's you're getting in the minds here of the pitcher.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that we see a lot of with Oakville on the base path. They'll be doing some things to mess up the pitchers to get some extra bases. So I'm sure we'll see a little more of that throughout the game.
Yeah, we've seen them be very, very aggressive so far. Saw it yesterday in the game for sure. They did steal home a couple times. And high there for a ball.
And then the other thing is you want to be stealing as many bases as possible so you can get yourself into scoring position. As you saw, stealing second. Now Kyle's putting himself into a position where he's now got much higher chance of scoring on just a single.
Yeah, anything that can get to the outfield, most likely. Kyle Roberts, he has good speed. He can get home.
Yep.
In the dirt, ball 4, another runner reaches. Roberts takes off. Nope, gonna go back to second. Caught in a rundown. And we saw this in game 1. Good execution. Tagged and he's out. And a big part of that play is the runner did not advance to second base. Good rundown right there by the River Rats to get Roberts out as he was trying to take off for third.
Yeah, that's an unfortunate break for Oakville, but that's what happens when you got aggressive base running. Sometimes you're going to get out on the base path, but at the same time, sometimes you're going to get extra bases like that. So sometimes it's worth the risk.
Yeah, unfortunate break for Oakville, but very fortunate for the River Rats who get the second out of the inning, and now they're one away from getting back on the bats. Miss inside, ball 2.
Next pitch is 35, 3-5.
And you hear announced right there, next pitch 35 for Connor Giroux. Time called, and it'll just be the first baseman tying up the shoelace. Don't want any tripping happening on the baseball diamond. I think both players are tying their shoes.
Yeah.
A little bit of mind games going on there at first.
Exactly.
And another base runner reaches. That was Ryan Croft reaching via walk. So they got runners on first and second now with Binyam Culligan coming up. I believe time will be called. We will have a pitching change. Connor Giroux will get switched out, and a couple unfortunate breaks for Giroux.
Yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate. Sometimes you pitch well and your defense just doesn't hold up for you, and sometimes that's how it goes, you know.
Yeah, just tough breaks sometimes. Threw a lot of strikes. He came into the game yesterday, had a good performance there, and just a little tough today here against a strong Oakville squad.
Yeah, and sometimes as a coach, all you're really hoping for is your pitcher to throw strikes, but I guess today it just didn't work out for him. Oakville took advantage.
With 36 pitches. Now pitching for the River Rats, number 41, Cole Williams.
And we'll see Cole Williams take over on the mound here for the River Rats. And we'll let him get warmed up and get ready. And we'll be right back with more action here. Bottom half of the first, 2 outs. Oakville's up 5-0. This is like my 3rd year doing it, so it's all good. All that matters is you're having fun. And here we go, up to bat, number 2, Binyam Culligan. He'll be the first batter that Cole Williams sees. And we are back underway, bottom half of the first. First pitch in there for a strike. And that's what you want to see coming out of the gate. Cole Williams throwing strikes. Get the ball in play and then get your defense active to help you make some outs. Good block.
Catcher there may have had a chance of getting the runner at first. He was going for second, but runner at second wasn't even going. So catcher may have had a chance, but
yeah, both runners, they thought about taking the extra bag, but just stepped on back. Hit center field by Colligan, drops down for a hit. He's getting the wave home. Play at the plate, and he's out. Nice throw and a good rally out there by the center fielder and the second baseman. It was Cam McLean as well as Zach Wilson teaming up to make that one. And they stop any more damage that's coming through. 5-0 heading into the second inning here for the Oakville Whitecaps. Andrew Kieran heading back out to the mound. And then we'll take a quick moment to thank our community partners for sponsoring the 2023 Little League Ontario Junior Provincial Championship. Without you, we wouldn't be where we are today, so a big thank you to all the wonderful community partners. The next three due up for the River Rats: Dallas Lamour, Caleb Joadin, and Memphis Cox. So those are the three coming up to face Andrew Kieran, and we will be right back with more action here in the top half of the second.
Top of the second inning for the River Rats, number 3, Dallas Lamour.
Dallas Lamour starting things off here for the River Rats. First pitch swinging inside for strike one.
they're from Cornwall, so they're like right on the river. That's why they're the River Rats. Not really, no.
Second pitch high and inside for a ball. Missing low there for a ball. Ball two. And Andrew Kieran, he had that quick work in first inning, and he's coming out throwing strikes, throwing hard again here in the second. That one low and inside, ball three.
And now it'll be interesting to see how the River Rats will react to Oakville coming up with 5 runs. We'll see if they can make a comeback at all.
Inside, and that's a good start, getting that leadoff base runner.
Well, there's an improvement from last inning.
They get the leadoff man on, and now they have a chance to start generating some offense. And Caleb Joadin up to bat. And something at the junior level you're able to use wooden bats. Obviously, everyone still sticks to using aluminum, but Joao Dan choosing to use the wooden.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's really just a personal preference at this point. A lot of kids are sticking with the aluminum just because they've been using them for so long, and well, they don't break as easily.
That is very true.
Not that we see that a whole lot in this level, but and then I believe with the aluminum bats, you can also get a little more pop out of them. So that's probably also a reason.
Yeah, you get a little bit more power out of those aluminum bats. The wooden bats, obviously, as you grow older, that's what you use.
Yep.
Pickoff moves second. It's not going to go anywhere. Falls into center field, but not moving or getting up is Dallas Lamore. He's staying on that base. .3-0 count. Stepped off again, throwback, but not in time. And Dallas Lamore, he's getting the jersey dirty today.
Yeah. At least they don't have white pants, you know.
Ball in the dirt, and that's 4 straight pitches for a walk, and 2 leadoff men reach via walk.
Number 2, Memphis Cox.
And Memphis Cox now, he will be up. But we'll have a meeting on the mound first to just talk things over with Kieran.
And after a quick mound visit, we're back. Andrew Kieran's still on the mound. No pitching change just yet.
Went for the bunt on an inside pitch, but pulls it back in time is Cox. And Dallas Lamore, he drew the first walk of the inning, and then Caleb Jodway, he got the second. So runners on first and second, and Cornwall's threatening to strike back here. Next pitch in there for strike 1.
Well, they've definitely got the opportunity right here. They got runners on first and second. They definitely have the chance to do some damage here. So we'll just have to see if that's what they're going to do.
Two and 1 count. Ground ball, hit onto the shortstop. He's just going to throw to first in time to get the force out. The runners both advance, so no double play chance, but they do get the 1 out, and a little bit of a I guess you'll trade an out for a run here if you're Andrew Kieran.
Yeah.
25, Brock Huskinson.
Well, and Oakville's got a lead right now, so I think they're really just wanting to minimize damage that they're going to take here. So they'll give up 1 run just to get further in with the outs, so that they can get out of here as soon as possible.
Pitch outside there on Huskinson. And the count 2-0. Gonna watch strike 1 go by here. High outside, ball 3. Cam McLean waiting on deck here. Possibly come up with the bases loaded and 1 out. Wait and see the 3-1 pitch. Outside, and it's bases loaded.
Yeah, Now we got bases loaded. This might be something the Whitecaps are going to be a little worried about. We got 3 guys on, and if he hits a triple here, we could have a much closer game.
For sure. And this at bat, big here. A little bit high for ball 1. Low outside, ball 2. And you can kind of see third baseman playing in on the grass. Corners are both in. Middle infield is looking like they're going to concede the run. High outside. Counts 3-0.
Yeah, it's looking like the strategy for the middle infield would be if they get a ground ball, they might want to turn 2 and possibly avoid any runs.
Ball 4, and that's the first run of the ball game for the River Rats. Dallas Lamore will cross home plate. And the at-bats here for the River Rats seem a lot more poised than in that first inning. Cole Williams, he'll step on in, takes a first pitch strike. So the tying run is at the plate right now. Ground ball hit onto Kieran. He's just going to throw to home in time. So no run scores, but the bases still remain loaded on the fielder's choice.
Yeah, and I think Andrew's pretty happy about that play right there. Not giving up any runs and got 1 more out, so I think he's happy with that.
Yep, and that was Caleb Jodway. He was the one running home there and didn't cross home plate in time, not beating the throw. Now Ian Barreau is going to step up. Big swing, but popped on back onto the basketball field or basketball park right behind us. In there, strike 2. Good pitch on the inner half. Oh, 2 outs. Bases loaded. Kieran trying to limit the damage. Pitch high, missing for a ball. Offense for the River Rats this inning has looked a lot better than the first. Popped up, good fight, got the plate right here by Ian Barreau.
If the River Rats can keep this up throughout the entire game and limit the Whitecaps, we could see a shift in the score here.
Yeah, it's all about the shift in momentum, and that's what you want to see, but looks like we've hit a pitch count limit with Andrew Kieran, and we'll get a new arm coming in. I believe number 27, I believe it's Evan Christian. And it is, so he will enter the game as the pitcher for the Whitecaps, and we will let him get warmed up and we'll step away, but we'll be right on back with Evan Christian coming in here in the top half of the second.
Aaron leaves the mound with 40 pitches for the ball game. Now pitching for Oakville Whitecaps, number 27, Evan Christian.
back with the action. Bases are still loaded, and it's Evan Christian coming on a pitch. First pitch looked like a breaking ball that curved off the outer half there. So he came midway through the count, so it's 2-2 and 2 outs. Low inside, 3-2. Now with the bases loaded and 2 outs, the runners will be on the move. Runners on the move, big swing and a miss, strike 3. Christian gets the strikeout, and he strands the bases loaded, and Cornwall only able to scratch 1 across as the Whitecaps still lead 5-1.
Christian's at 3 pitches for the ball game.
And coming up here for the side of the Whitecaps, it will be Evan Christian leading things off, Nathan Moreau batting second, and then Cole Campbell coming up batting third. And they will be on there facing Cole Williams. So we will step aside and be right back with more action here at the Little League Ontario Junior Provincial Championships.
Leading off the bottom of the second inning for the Whitecaps, number 27, Evan Christian.
And we're back, folks. In the top of the second, we've got Evan Christian leading off the Whitecaps to start off the inning here.
Yeah, he ended the last half inning pitching-wise, striking out a batter, and now he leads it off here, and he's swinging big on the first pitch. One and 0 count. Oh, excuse me, 0-1 count. Now 1-1. Pitch in there for a strike. Smoke to third base, caught on a hop by Giroux. Nice play at first.
Very nice stretch to make that play.
And that was Connor Giroux over there at third base, making that snag on a one-hopper. And then strong arm cross the diamond, and they record out number 1. And that brings up Nathan Moreau. Fouled on back by Moreau. And if you're Cornwall, this is what you want to see. Have a quick top half of the, or excuse me, bottom half of the second. And then get back on the bats and try to keep cutting into this lead. Still a lot of game left to play. One-two count. Low outside, 2-2. Sliced and base hit on the right side. They're going to try to throw him out at first. They got him. Nice play in right field.
That was a beautiful play right there. I didn't think he was going to be able to make that throw. Obviously proved me wrong, and that was a really nice play to see.
Sensational out there. Number 20. Got to tip your cap to him. Evan Rutley out there in right field making the play. And then a beautiful stretch at first base by Dallas Lamore. All around, just good plays. Big swing and a miss for strike one. Cole Campbell going up against Cole Williams. It's the battle of the seas out there. Two and one goes the count. In there, strike two. Caught to the corner. 2-2 goes the count. Looking to go 3 up, 3 down. Fouled off. Good fight at the plate there by Cole Campbell.
Next pitch will be 18.
And if you're Cornwall, that's all you really want to see is 3 up, 3 down. Get back on the bats and see if we can close this lead.
Yeah, especially after the first inning where the offense exploded for Oakville. You can get a 3 up, 3 down inning. That's huge to bounce back and try to shift the momentum back to your side. Ground ball hit to third base, but the shortstop picks it up. Strong throw across the diamond. Not in time. Cole Campbell is going to get there. Now the foot race back to first. And he'll be safe, and we'll go back to the top of the order. And Liam Angle Enright waits.
Number 7, Liam Angle Enright.
Runner takes off. Throw's not going to be in time, and that's a stolen base for Cole Campbell. And that's that fast play style on the bases again of Oakville.
Yeah, we keep seeing that, and I think we're going to just keep seeing it from Oakville because that's their play style, and it's working out for them today. They've only really had one out on that on the base path, and that was that rundown that we saw.
Yeah, you know, that one mistake, you'd think maybe they'd start shying away from being as aggressive, but nope, they're still just as aggressive the following inning.
Yeah, they're still going at it. I don't know if I'm surprised or not, but it's working out for them right now.
It's a bold strategy. Let's see if it pays off.
Yeah.
Ground ball hit on a second base. Caught and thrown to first. And they're going to call him safe off the bag. It was a low throw that couldn't get dug out.
Yeah, it looks like he dropped the ball there and wasn't able to pick it up in time to make that play. It's unfortunate for Cornwall right there. Could have gotten out of the inning. But now we got runners on the corner here with 2 outs.
Yeah, you got a dangerous hitter in Jack Bisharat, who's been hitting the ball hard all tournament long. Last night he had a couple hard hits, and in the first inning here, he sliced a ball into the left center gap.
Yeah, so for Cornwall, he's probably not the one that you want to be seeing up at the plate right now, but they're just going to have to see what they can do with him.
Runner's on the corner, 2 outs. Runner's going to take off. Runner not going there from third, so Angle on right. He gets that stolen base.
Now Jack Bisharat's got 2 runners in scoring position. This could be dangerous for Cornwall.
Down 0-1. Ground ball pulled foul. And if you're Cole Williams, it's good. You're up 0-2 right now. Try to get that last strike or get him to roll over on something here. And the 0-2. Did not break down far enough. That'll be a ball. 1-2 count. Popped up foul. And we'll just do it again. Going behind there. It was just an off-speed pitch that didn't break down and in. So evened up the count, 2-2. Got 2s everywhere. Bottom of the second, 2-2 count, 2 outs, 2 on. Ground ball, shortstop. Missed on the backhand. That's going to cash 1, and with the speed of Angle on right, could cash 2. He's in. And it's a 2 RBI single for Jack Bisharat.
And that's what Cornwall was afraid would happen. See, Jack just took advantage of the pitch in there, and good contact. Score 2 runs.
Yeah, he's been hitting the ball hard all provincials long. Like I said, last night he had a couple hard hit balls over towards that left side of the field, and then so far today, he's hit one in the air and he smoked one on the ground. He's having himself a good tournament.
And I think other teams should be taking notes of that, because that could be something dangerous.
Takes off, and he's in there standing up at second. He's got himself a stolen base. (7-1) is the current score for the Oakville Whitecaps. Fouled back, 0-2. In there, strike 3 gets him looking. And that'll end off the inning there, but not before. The Oakville Whitecaps can get 2 more across the board. They now lead at 7-1. So we're heading into the top half of the third. Like I said, Oakville Whitecaps lead at 7-1. And we want to take a quick moment here to thank our community partners for sponsoring the 2023 Little League Ontario Junior Provincial Championships. We thank you. We appreciate you. We respect all of our community partners for helping out and sponsoring this Junior Provincials. And Evan Christian, he's going to be back on the mound to pitch. And then the first 3 that he's going to face this inning, Zach Wilson, Evan Rutley, and Max Levine. and we'll be right back with that action.
Leading off the top of the third inning for the Cornwall River Rats, number 22, Zach Wilson.
And Zach Wilson will be coming up to bat here. Pitch in there, first strike one. In that first game yesterday, Wilson out of that at the bottom of the order here, 2 bunts down the third baseline. He showcased his speed.
And that's something we don't see a whole lot of right now. But when you've got the speed to do it, a bunt, if you've got the speed, it's an easy way to get on base.
Swinging bunt right here, hit down the third base line, placed perfectly. And Wilson again showcasing the speed. He may have not squared for the bunt, but he basically hit one there once again.
Basically like that, and it worked out for him. So I wouldn't be surprised if we keep seeing him doing stuff like that to keep getting on base and getting runners into scoring position.
And that's a big start once again for the River Rats. They got the leadoff man last time on, and they scored him. And they'll be looking to try and do the same here. And this time, Evan Rutley squaring around for the bunt.
And it's looking like they're wanting to advance the runner to second, get him into scoring position, because Cornwall's going to have to score some runs here to close the lead here, because it's not looking too good right now.
Yeah, down 7-1. The lead got expanded last half inning with Oakville scoring 2. Now Cornwall looking to answer back. Runner takes off, throw down to second. Oh, and nobody was there. Ball kind of came up and hit Wilson in the face. Hopefully he's okay, and looks like he will be. And it seems every time he runs, that helmet just goes flying off.
Yeah, I mean, that's a showcase of how much power he's putting down. You're moving your body so much, you're just gonna end up throwing the helmet off. Which,
yeah, so much flow under the helmet too, pushing the helmet off. You know?
Yeah.
We see it in the major leagues with Bo Bichette. Happens all the time. Vladdy Guerrero.
Yeah.
And right back to it. 0-2 count. Wilson standing on second. Rutley trying to just advance him. That pitch over the head for ball one. Ball thrown to second, gets by, but the center fielder backing up. One-two count, no outs. Swing at a high fastball, strike 3. Big first out for Evan Christian.
Number 12, Max Levine.
And Max Levine, the backstop, will come up to hit. Another pickoff move to second, not going to be in time.
And it seems Evan's worried about that runner on second. I mean, we saw his speed on that blooper bunt, whatever you want to call it. Something to be worried about.
Hit to center field and caught. Good route right there. I believe that's Simon Missile out there in center field. Hard hit ball, but Missile tracked that one down.
Number 99, Connor Giroux.
There was 2 quick outs there, so Whitecaps probably happy about that. We'll see if they can get a third one right here.
And that's what's needed for the Whitecaps. Connor Giroux now up to bat. He started the game out pitching. Had a little bit of struggles, but some big key outs when he was on the mound. This time he's trying to do it with the bat. Breaker cuts over that inside part of the plate. Count going to 1-1. Runner takes off. Giroux hits it to right field, but the right fielder is there, makes the catch. And that will retire the side as we head towards the bottom half of the third. Score still standing at 7-1. The Whitecaps still in firm control. Cornwall trying to make some noise, but the defense of the Whitecaps has just been holding strong for them. And we'll have a thank you to our community partners. Thank you for sponsoring the 2023 Little League Ontario Junior Provincial Championships. We thank you and appreciate you being a community partner. This tournament would not be what it is without the support of them, so all the amazing community partners, thank you. On the mound, it's still going to be Cole Williams pitching, and the first 3 that he's going to face, Andrew Kieran, Matthew Zigley, and Simon Missile. Those are the first 3 due up, and we'll be right back with more action in the bottom half of the third.
Is that a bathroom back there? Okay. I'll be back.
Leading up to the third inning is the Whitecaps, number 13, Andrew Kieran.
That's why. Here we go, starters. Start kickers,
And Andrew Kieran will lead things off here for the Oakville Whitecaps as we enter the bottom half of the third inning. First pitch, missing low outside for ball 1, and we're underway here in the bottom half of the third. Low in the dirt, ball 2.
Next pitch is 33.
Oh, 2 pitch, clubbed but foul down that left field line. And again, it's day 2 of, I think 4 or 5 here for the Little League Ontario Provincials. This is round robin game number 4. I'm Zach Benoit. Joined alongside me is Cameron Forte, making the broadcast debut here. It's a beautiful, beautiful day here in Oakville, Ontario. We've been blessed with some pretty good weather for baseball. Yesterday was another gorgeous day. Today, not as hot or sunny, thankfully.
No, and we got a little bit of a breeze, so it's making things a lot nicer.
Just foul down the third base line.
Second time for this at bat.
Just out ahead of it. If that stayed fair, maybe an inch or two over to the right, that may have been a double, possibly triple. And one thing that has been said yet is the grounds crew have done a phenomenal job working this field. Another one's fouled off there. Yeah, the grounds crew has worked tirelessly to make sure this field is very, very nice.
Yes, we've been blessed with this grounds crew. I was watching them between games, and they're doing quite the job here. So
yeah, do a fantastic job.
Big thank you to them.
Pulls this one deep to left field. Left fielder has a beat, gonna make the catch. And you gotta think just getting under it right there was Kieran. But that's a long out, number one, and you know on the mound Cole Williams is pretty happy that that's an out.
Yeah, that could have transpired into something a lot worse. So it's probably that's probably the best case scenario they could have had.
Getting the first out is always the hardest. And here we go, continuing on the third inning. Fouled on back there by Zigley. And then for anybody just tuning on into the game, this is, like I said, round robin game number 4. It's the Oakville Whitecaps, the host team, Oakville Whitecaps, taking on the Cornwall River Rats. And the Whitecaps, they jumped out to an early 5-0 lead. They did all of that damage in the bottom half of the first. Popped up at the fence, at a play, it is. And we had some parents running off to avoid getting hit there. But it was an early 5-0 lead that the Whitecaps took. They then proceeded to give up 1 in the top half of the second, and in the bottom of the second, they scored 2 right on back, and that's currently where we sit. 7-1 is the score.
It's needless to say that Whitecaps have been having a pretty good game so far.
Ball drifting far on the other half, so 2-2 goes the count here on Matthew Zigley. Blocked in the dirt. 3-2, full count. Zigley, last time up, he had that sac fly, which resulted in an RBI. High outside, and he works the walk.
Now we'll have to see if the Whitecaps will keep going with that very aggressive base running.
Number 10, Simon Missile.
Yeah, we've seen it all game long, and I would assume nothing's going to change from that game plan.
No, I can't imagine.
You see, good lead over there at first. Takes off on first move. Missile taken all the way. Throw down to second, not going to be in time.
And there we go.
It's just the aggression.
Yep.
Ground ball, hit up third base line, foul. And we've had a couple of those this inning.
Yeah, it's looking like the Whitecaps are just getting ahead of the pitches. They'll have to sit back a bit to be able to make some good contact here.
Yeah, everything's coming out ahead of them and pulling it all to the side. Like you said, sit back, and it's the best case scenario, just drive the ball. Ground ball hit to third base, picked, Giroux, throw across diamond in time. The out is recorded. The ball dropped on the transition. So the runner does advance to third, but they get the big out, number 2. So one away from getting out of the inning.
Number 6, Kyle Roberts.
And Kyle Roberts comes back up to the plate. He hit a ball just over the shortstop's head last time up for an RBI single. This time he's going to hit a squibbler down the first baseline, and they get out of trouble unscathed. No runs scored for the Oakville Whitecaps as they almost go 3 up, 3 down. There's the one walk that gets stranded on there on third base. Other than that, no damage. Still 7-1.
That's 47 pitches for the ball game.
And I believe the pitcher will still be Evan Christian unless they are planning to change here in this half inning, but it's looking like Evan Christian will still be the man on the mound. Again, we want to thank our community partners for sponsoring the 2023 Little League Ontario Junior Provincial Championship. Thank you. We appreciate every single one of these community partners. And Christian is back on the mound pitching, and he will get ready to face these 3. Dallas Lamore, Caleb Jodway, and Memphis Cox are the 3 due up here in the top half of the 4th inning. So don't go anywhere. More baseball action is coming your way.
Pain to do.
7-1 here, headed to the 4th inning. Zach Benoit, Cameron Forte here on the mic.
Number 3, Dallas Lamore.
And Dallas Lamore, he'll be the first man up for the River Rats, who try to mount some offense here. They've been getting the base runners, they've been getting on base, but then it just seems by, on a tightrope, these pitchers for the Whitecaps are getting out of danger, not giving up any damage. First pitch there, in for strike 1.
So now we'll have to see if the River Rats will be able to react to all this, score some runs, and not leave everybody stranded like previous innings, and actually take advantage of these opportunities they've got.
Yeah, and those are 2 first big swings by Dallas Lamore. Did he hold back? They're going to say he went. So that's strike 3.
Next pitch will be 18.
And not the best start for the River Rats, but we'll see if they can keep going through the lineup and get some more runs here.
Yeah, and it'll be Caleb Jodway coming up to the plate. Walked in his last plate appearance, but didn't score. It was a little dribbler back to the mound. That was a play at home, and he wasn't able to beat it out. In there, strike 1.
Next pitch will be 20-0.
And just announced Evan Christian, 20 pitches right here. Outside, ball 2. Big swing. Good pitch on that outer corner there by Christian. Swung on and missed. That's strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts to start off the inning for 27.
Now we'll have to see if we can get a 2-out rally started right here because it's not looking too good right now for the River Rats.
You know what they say, it all starts with 2.
Yeah.
And Memphis Cox looking to be the man that starts it off. First pitch in there for a strike. Good off-speed pitch. And Evan Christian is cooking right now. Second pitch fouled on back. Popped up. Third baseman Kieran calls it. And 1, 2, 3 go the River Rats. And a good inning right there out of Evan Christian. And we'll take another look here at these 2 strikeouts.
Christian has 25 pitches for the ball game.
You can see him on the mound doing the sword finisher. Yeah, umpire called him around on the first one, and here's the second one. Gets him to go. So 2 strikeouts on the inning, but first we got to thank the community partners for sponsoring the 2023 Little League Ontario Junior Provincial Championship. Thank you to all these amazing and wonderful community partners. Looks like it'll be Cole Williams that's on the mound still for the River Rats. And the first 3 that'll be coming up to bat for the side of the Whitecaps. Dominic Hokinson, Ryan Croft, and Binyam Culligan. Those are the first 3 that'll be up. And then we'll be back here for more action in the bottom half of the 4th inning, so stay tuned.
First pitch for Williams will be 28. Number 4, Dominic Hokinson.
And Dominic Hokinson will be the one leading things off for the Whitecaps. Walked in his last plate appearance. He was stranded there on second base.
And the River Rats are going to be hoping they can limit all the damage right here because I don't think they're going to want to. They're going to want Oakville to extend the lead here. That'll be dangerous for them.
Yeah, Cole Williams is looking to do exactly what Evan Christian did last inning. Have a quick 1, 2, 3. Try to get out of it. First pitch is outside for a ball. Inside for a ball.
Next pitch is 50, 5-0.
High and inside, ball 3. In there for strike 1. Hokinson, Croft, and Culligan are the 3 due up. Big swing and a miss. Count runs to full. Cole Williams strutting on back here, not going down quietly. Ground ball, hit on the shortstop, and gets under the glove of Caleb Jodway. Unfortunate break right there. Ball just didn't bounce up like he was expecting, and that's a base runner early on here for the Whitecaps.
Like you said, that's an unfortunate break right there. You make those errors, and not a whole lot you can do at that point. Just try to get the next out here.
So it looks like we're going to have another pitcher coming in, and I believe it will be Caleb Jodway. He'll be the one throwing, and we will step aside, let him get warmed up, and resume the action here in the bottom half of the fourth with one runner on for the Whitecaps.
Williams leads the mound with 53 pitches, now pitching for the Cornwall River Rats. Number 17, Caleb Jordan.
And here we go. Caleb Jodway will be on the mound pitching. High missing for a ball. Pitch outside. Quick 2-0 count here to the batter, Ryan Croft. Missing over for a ball. Throw down to one, not in time.
It's interesting to see we're not seeing a whole lot of aggressive base running on in this inning. Maybe a runner a little slower. You never know, but kind of goes against what Oakville's been doing all game, really.
Yep, and the walk taken right there. And again, we don't know if the strategy has changed at all or if they're laying back a little bit. But nonetheless, we continue on, and now there's 2 runners on and play anywhere on the infield with Binyam Colligan coming up to bat. Ball gets away. It was the pickoff move to second. Runner's not going to advance, though.
And although he's not making any stealing attempts, it looks like River Rats are a little worried about what Oakville could be doing here.
Yeah, we know these runners like to take really, really big leads. I think that's what some of the pitchers are trying to do, trying to cut them down early. Pitch in there for strike 1.
And even if you shorten up that lead off, it means there's less chance of that runner scoring on, say, a single. So
In there, strike 2. Now back-to-back good pitches here from Caleb Jodway. Curve hitting that outside for a ball. One, two. Hit to shallow center field. Second baseman backpedaling, makes the catch. Nice play. Gets it back in quickly. Zach, I believe that's Zach Wilson out there making that catch. That's out number 1.
that's a hard catch to make right there. You know, running backwards, it's not easy to make that catch. It's right. Well, you're running backwards. And
Running backwards, going from the dirt to the grass, can always trip on the lip out there.
Exactly.
So nice catch right there by Zach Wilson. High and inside for ball 1. And again, not to be biased, but great first name. Just on the outer half there for a ball. Pulled to the backstop. Runners, they thought about going, but they went back. Play at first, not in time.
And there's another opportunity to get some outs there on the base path. Runners thought about going, kind of stopped halfway, and if the River Rats would have taken advantage of that, they could have had one more out there.
Squaring around a bunt, 3-0. Pulls it back. That's ball 4, and the umpire looks like he'll be okay, smiling and laughing that one off at the catcher. A little miscommunication. In the dirt, runner not coming home.
So now we got bases loaded, 1 out. This is a dangerous situation for the River Rats right here.
And again, a quick shoelace tie over there at second base. And you said it best. This is a very dangerous situation. Only 1 out. Bases are loaded. So if you're Caleb Jodway, just got to try to buckle down here. Throw some strikes. That's a good pitch right there. Good bounce back.
And not only do you got to throw some strikes, you always got to be able to trust your fielders out there to be able to make that play if they hit it.
Hit
just
up
like
the
that.
middle off of his glove. Wilson just going to go to one in time. And a matter of mere inches from catching that on the line was Caleb Jodway. 1 run does score, but the out is recorded. So now 2 on the inning.
Number 12, Cole Campbell.
And it's Cole Campbell coming up to bat, reached via an error earlier in the game. In the dirt, nobody coming home.
Runner thought about going there, but like you said earlier, it's a short backstop, and that's a risky move to make. You only really want to be doing that once the ball escapes and there's nobody really there to get it.
Yeah, it's one of those things where you need it to have a fantastic jump, or you need the ball to bounce off, like you said, one of the big poles back here into the infield for you to try to steal home.
That's right.
In there for a strike. It's back to back here. Count running 2-2. Swung and popped out of play. High outside, full count now. So Cole Campbell. In the dirt, and that's a walk to load the bases with 2 outs.
Number 7, Liam Angle and right.
And Liam Engel on right will be up to bat. That ball missing high and outside for ball 1. 8-1 lead for Oakville here in round robin game number 4 of the 2023 Little League Ontario Provincial Championship. Right there for strike 1.
Thought about swinging there, but didn't, even though it looked like a pretty nice pitch.
And just laid off. Swings at this one, popped up. First baseman calling everybody off. And that will retire the side. But they do get 1. Now leading 8-1 are the Whitecaps, as Joaden is able to get out of that. And again, we'll take a look at the lovely community partners. Thank you for sponsoring the 2023 Little League Ontario Junior Provincial Championships. We appreciate you, and we thank you for being community partners. And coming onto the mound, I believe it'll, oh no, it looks like it might be Jack Bisharat, number 22. We will get visual confirmation in just 1 second once they get out of the dugout. And it will be Jack Bisharat. He'll be coming into the game now for the Oakville Whitecaps, and he will be facing these three: Brock Huskinson, Cam McLean, and Cole Williams. Those will be the first three to face in the bottom half of the fifth, or excuse me, the top half of the fifth. And it is 22, Jack Bisharat, who's coming into the game to pitch. So we will let him warm up. We will step aside and be right back for more action in the top half of the fifth inning.
Leading off the top of the fifth inning for the River Rats, number 25, Brock Huskinson.
And it will be Brock Huskinson leading things off here for the River Rats. So far on the day, Huskinson, he walked in his first plate appearance, reached third, but was stranded. That was back in the second inning. First pitch by Bisharat is high and away for ball one. Next pitch again, high and away. And it kind of seems like Bisharat's just not finishing down on the pitches. The velo is there, just back-to-back, too high and away to the left-handed batter. Make it three.
And that's unfortunate that he can't be throwing strikes right now, because he's one of those pitchers that Oakville's got that they're throwing pretty hard. So hopefully Jack can get a bit of a better outcome than Andrew Kieran had in the first inning, or second inning, I should say.
And a 4-pitch walk to start off the inning to Brock Huskinson. And looks like he got down right there. But when you're coming down the mound, you want to make sure you're just getting the ball released just ahead of you, not behind you, because when it's dragging behind, that's when it'll stay up. Snap throw over to first, not going to be in time. Inside missing for a ball. Pitch in there for a strike, and that's what you want to see if you're an Oakville fan. Bisharat hitting that low part of the zone. Puts the bunt down. Thought about going to second, but just going to go get one. And they get the out. Pretty late bunt to put down. Caught me off guard a little bit.
Yeah, I don't think anybody was really expecting that right there. That was pretty late in the count. Normally you see guys showing bunt pretty early, but we didn't even see the bunt at all at the start of that count. So it was interesting to see.
Yeah, and that was Cam McLean. I guess he was trying to catch the infield sleeping.
Correction, that'd be 7.
Pitch just inside, missing for a ball. Down low, 2-0 count. Again, round robin game number 4 here taking place. This is the last game of the day, but we have 2 more round robin games tomorrow, Thursday, July 20th. This pitch is missing high. First game is game number 5. Starts at 2 o'clock. Cornwall River Rats taking on the East Nepean Eagles. And then to end off round robin play at 6:30 p.m. tomorrow, it'll be the Orleans Red Sox taking on the Oakville Whitecaps. Pitch right there. He's going to miss, and another walk.
Number 16, Ian Burrow.
Ian Burrow now will come up to bat. The semifinals will be played on Friday, July 21st. Third place and second place in the round robin standings will duke it out there. First place in the round robin has the bye straight to the finals, and we'll wait the winner of that semi. Championship game is held Saturday, July 22nd at 1 p.m. Ball fouled off to the backstop. And quickly, Bisharat up 0-2. Miss outside half for ball 1. Ian Burrow last time went down swinging. Looking to try to change that outcome here with 2 runners on. Both runners take off, swung on and missed. Throw down to third, not going to be in time. So strikeout for Ian Burrow, but the runners do advance.
So now with 2 outs, we got 2 runners in scoring position. This is something that Cornwall should be looking at as a good opportunity here. Let's see if they can do anything.
For sure, and they got a good man, a good contact here at the plate in Zach Wilson. Last night, 2 plate appearances where he bunted for a single. This time today, first at bat, it was a swinging bunt that he was able to run out with all the speed that he has. Low and outside for a ball, 2-0. You can kind of see over there at third, Andrew Kieran. Not playing on the grass, playing a little farther back. First base is on the edge of the grass here. To the backstop. Nobody's coming home.
That was 15.
Three-0 count here to Wilson. In there for a strike.
Next pitch is pitch 20, 2-0.
And Kieran looked like he was going to play in for the bunt. And it's ball 4. Third walk of the inning. Bases now loaded.
Number 20, Evan Rutley.
Evan Rutley now. Leadoff man. We'll look to try to get some runs in here for the River Rats. high and outside, ball one.
And I said earlier, when there was runner on second and third, they had quite the opportunity, but now they got a runner on first. Even better. We'll see if they can get anything done here.
High and inside, ball two.
With the score 8-1, you're really looking to get some runs here to close that gap, because as the game goes on, that's the wind's just going to keep getting further and further away from you. So right now would be a good time to start scoring some runs and bring the win into question again.
And this is the first real good opportunity we've seen the River Rats have since that second inning where they scored their one run. And a 3-0 count with nowhere to put them. Bisharat needs to go right after Rutley here. In there, first strike. Two outs, 3-1 count, bases are loaded. Swung, fouled off. And with that pitch, 3-2, the runners will be on the move. So possibly one of the biggest pitches of the game coming up right here. Depending on the outcome, the River Rats could be slowly bringing some momentum back their way, or Oakville could just shut things down.
That's right, Zach.
And 3-2. In there, strike three. They strand the bases loaded. Bisharat works around 3 walks, unscathed and tight ropes out of danger. And we'll take a quick look at our community partners. Thank you for sponsoring the 2023 Little League Ontario Junior Provincial Championships. Appreciate you and thank you for being a community partner. Caleb Jodway, he'll be back out on the mound. And the first 3 that are due up, Jack Bisharat, Evan Langley, and Andrew Kieran will be the 3 due up for the Whitecaps here in the bottom half of the 5th. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with more baseball action out of Oakville, Ontario.
Shot is at 26 pitches for the ball game.
Oh, wait, you and Oppo? Yeah, you and Oppo? That's it. James Outman, he got along. Has the craziest hot and cold streaks I've ever seen.
Off the bottom of the 5th inning for the Whitecaps, number 22, Jack Bisharat.
Jack Bisharat now will come up to hit for his 3rd time today. Already on the day, 3 RBIs, hit a double and a single. 2 RBI single and RBI double. And he wastes no time pulling this to left field. Left fielder has a beat on it though for out number 1. Loud contact, but good play out there in left field to get the out.
Well, he's been making solid contact all tournament, so that's no surprise to see that.
Number 15, Evan Langley.
And it'll be Evan Langley's turn up at the dish. 1 for 2 on the day, RBI single, and a strikeout looking. First pitch in there for strike 1. Second pitch fouled off towards the right side. Missing high and outside there, so 1-2 goes the count. This is game 4 of 6 of a round robin play. Missing inside, 2-2. 6 games of round robin play determine the seeding for the semifinals and the finals. The first place team in round robin gets the straight through bye to the finals. Second place and third place will duke it out in the semis to see who goes and faces the first place. And strike 3 looking on the outer half. It's a strikeout right there for Caleb Jodway.
Number 13, Andrew O'Haron.
Bring up Andrew Kieran. Pitch just pulled towards that the left-handed batter box.
33.
And 33 pitches on the day for Caleb Jodway. Big swing and a miss. And as we were saying, there was a nice breeze and it was cool today. The sun decided to come out.
Yeah, it's back.
I can feel it. I can feel it on the back shoulder. Pop up, shallow right field. First baseman doesn't have a play on it, and we'll go again. 1-2 count. Andrew Kieran will get back into the batter's box. Low and away for ball 2. Two and two count, 2 outs, bottom 5. Oakville Whitecaps leading the Cornwall River Rats 8-1, and Kieran's going to call a timeout. You know what they say, it's his world, we're just living in it. And we'll go again, 2-2. Ground ball hit on a shortstop, taken on a hop, throw over to first, in time. 1, 2, 3 go the Whitecaps in the bottom half of the 5th. We head to the 6th with a score of 8-1, Oakville over Cornwall.
Run out at 37 pitches, 3-7.
And again, the lovely community partners, I want to thank you for sponsoring the 2023 Little League Ontario Junior Provincial Championships. We appreciate it all. Without any of these community partners, this provincial championships would not be what it is today. And pitcher Jack Bisharat looks like he is going to be back on the mound. We'll wait for confirmation there, but if he is, it's going to be Max Levine, Connor Giroux, and Dallas Lamour coming up for the side of the River Rats. And we are just awaiting to see who will be on the mound pitching for the Whitecaps. and it will be Jack Bisharat going back out for another inning of work. So we will step aside and get you prepared for the top half of the 6th. So don't go anywhere.
Leading off the top of the 6th, for the River Rats at the 12, Max Levine.
And it was going to be the starting catcher, Max Levine, leading things off for the River Rats here in the top half of the 6th inning. First pitch swung and missed, strike one. Second pitch there, ball one. Levine so far in the day struck out swinging, and he flew out to center field in his last plate appearance. Ground ball, foul. Pulled down the left field line, but foul. A lot under it, just couldn't keep it between the chalked lines. Pitch from Bisharat. Again pulled down the left field line. Can this stay fair? No, foul again. And Max Levine, he's just getting early on these fastballs.
Yeah, just like the Whitecaps earlier, he's just going to have to wait on it and straighten it out right there, because foul balls are no good.
And he's getting good contact, just out a little bit too early. Off-speed pitch slips out of the hand there of Bisharat. 3-2 count. Pulled again, foul.
Next pitch is 35, 3-5.
And a good at-bat work to start off the inning by Max Levine. And can this be the inning that they finally get something across? It's been a tough go of things. Try to get offense generated, but that'll be the end of the day for Jack Bisharat. And this is a rule I did not know was effective, where a pitcher can come back into the game.
Yeah, honestly, I didn't think I knew that either, but there's always new rules that you learn with these tournaments, because they're so strict and so many rules that you can never really know all of them.
Well, so Evan Christian will be coming back onto the mound to pitch, and we'll just let him get reacquainted with the rubber. Step away for a second here and let Evan Christian get warmed up.
Now pitching for Oakville, number 27, Evan Christian. Now batting number 99, Connor Giroux.
And Connor Giroux now back up to hit. Pick-off move at first, not going to be in time. Giroux on the day, ground out to second, and he flew out to right field in his last plate appearance. Looking to try to keep the train going. Runner takes off, big swing and a miss. Strike one. Throw down to second, not going to be in time. Stolen base, Max Levine.
And it looks like the River Rats are adopting the same strategy that the Whitecaps have got, aggressive base running, because, well, it's working for the Whitecaps. They're up 8-1, so looks like they're just wanting to give that a try and see if they can close that lead.
Yeah, and if you can, start stealing the bases, put the pressure back onto the Whitecaps, because, they've been kind of in cruise control a little bit since taking that big lead.
Yeah, they haven't really scored any other runs. They scored the one in, can't remember which inning that was, but it's now 8-1.
Yeah, back in the fourth inning, they scored that one.
Yeah, so it's been a while. So if the River Rats can start something here, the Whitecaps might have to jump back on the horse.
Ball hit foul. And you're absolutely right. The River Rats, they've had the momentum on their side. It's just, every time it seems that the Whitecaps are just tight roping out of danger from giving up one or two.
Yeah, every time.
And if the script was flipped, maybe the River Rats are only 1 or 2 runs back of the Whitecaps right now. A couple of those runs early in the game crossed.
That's right.
Slashed over the jumping head of Angle Enright. Play on a first, not going to be in time. Ball gets away, but it goes all the way to home plate, so the run doesn't come in, but there are runners on the corner, and that was a fantastic piece of hitting by Connor Giroux.
And that's exactly what the River Rats are in need of right now, is good contact, get some base runners on, because, well, they need runs right now, and that's how you're going to score those runs.
And runners on the corner, and if they're going to continue their hot play, most likely Connor Giroux will be on the run there at first base.
Yeah, I would think so, especially if they're following what the Whitecaps have been doing on the bases. I would think it's not even a question of whether he should be running here.
Ground ball hit to third base, a slow chopper. Throw across the diamond, not in time. Run finally crosses, and Dallas Lamore is able to beat out that ground ball on the third base.
Next pitch is 33.
And this is looking good for the River Rats. Finally got another run across since, what was it, first or second inning? It's been a while.
Yeah, that first run since that first inning finally crosses. Step off move, not going to be there. So runners on first and second. And at the plate, Caleb Jodway. Cutting ball down that left field line. Will it have enough to stay in play? It does, but it's foul.
And that's too bad that was just foul, because that's exactly what the River Rats are in need of right now, is a big hit to the outfield, score some runs.
Yeah, a big hit here would cut the lead, most likely to 4 from 6. There's good speed on the bases. No doubt in my mind that the runner can go first to home on a ball hit far enough in the outfield. At her half for a ball. 2-2 count. Still no outs here in the top half of the 6th. Two-two pitch. Outer half, full count. Now the question looms, do the runners take off again on a full count pitch, or are they going to be stationary? We'll see what happens. Here it is, 3-2. Sliced to left field, down on a base hit. Throwing to third, not going to be on the base. And it's going to be bases loaded. Memphis Cox has a chance to give the River Rats some runs.
Yeah, the River Rats have a great opportunity in front of them right now, and just a question of whether they can take advantage of it here.
The ultimate question indeed. Ground ball hit to the shortstop. Turn on a second for 1 to first. Not going to be in time, gets away. Runners coming home. In there, safe, 2-run score. Memphis Cox going to 2, play at second. Not going to be in time. 1 out is all that happens. 2-run score, and Memphis Cox is standing on second base. It is an 8-4 ball game now.
So we got a late comeback here. We'll see if they can finish this off, but 8-4 now. They've shortened the lead. It's looking good for the River Rats right now.
The momentum firmly on the place of the River Rats. That first pitch to Brock Huskinson is far and outside for ball 1. Ball outside once again. And it looks like there will be another pitching change, possibly, unless it's just a meeting on the mound.
It's smart of them to just have a meeting right now, because there's so much going on that they just need to calm down everyone and get everyone back in the game, because what happened last play probably shouldn't have happened. There was a few errors, but we'll have to see what happens here.
Yeah, it looks like it's exactly what's going on, what you're saying. It's just a meeting on the mound to calm everybody's nerves, everybody getting a little bit antsy with what's going on. And it's a smart play by the coach.
Well, and understandably antsy, because, well, the River Rats just scored 2 runs, and they've, like you said, they've got the momentum on their side, and this is scary for the Whitecaps.
And this is what the River Rats have been trying to do all game long. But the Whitecaps have just been able to keep tight-roping out of danger, getting the key out when needed. And now's the time where the River Rats have finally broken through the ice. In there for strike 2. Ground ball hits to the shortstop. Taken, thrown across the diamond, in time for the out. So it's out number 2. The runner does advance. So can the River Rats get one more cross before the end of the inning?
Number 9, Cam McLean.
Or can Evan Christian minimize the damage at only 3 runs?
And well, one more run across would be very ideal for the River Rats right here because they're in need of that desperately.
Yeah, one more run is kind of crucial. Puts the deficit from 4 to 3. And you still got another inning of play. Fouled off the helmets right there, both the umpire and the catcher, so take a second.
And if they can score this last run, or at least one more run here, it'll help them a lot in that last inning because they're going to have a lot to do there.
For sure. Pitch outside. Taken off down the line is Memphis Cox. And he's in there safe. And like you said, takes a bounce off one of those poles. You can get a run, and that's exactly what Memphis Cox just did.
Now he picked up early that was not going to be able to be played by the catcher, and he read it well. He made it home, and now it's 8-5.
And now only a 3-run deficit was a 7-run deficit before the inning started. It's a 1-2 count, 2 outs. Ball in the outer half.
Next pitch is 48.
Outside corner. That's another walk.
Number 41, Cole Williams.
Cole Williams now trying to get on base. Inner half, ball 1.
Next pitch is 50, 5-0.
Runner not going. Pitch in there for strike 1, 1-1. Ground ball sliced, foul. 1-2. Ball high, runner taken off, double clutch by the catcher, in there safe. And he's not going to take off for third on the ball, getting away. So now another runner in scoring position here for the River Rats. The pitch, missing high, full count once again. Three-two pitch, 2 outs, runner on second. Pitch from Christian, high and in, ball 4. The tying run is at the plate for the River Rats.
And yet another pitching change. That was a tough go for Evan. I mean, his field didn't really help him a whole lot, but sometimes that's how it goes.
Yeah, it's a tough break. Obviously, we saw it earlier on the other side. Connor Giroux, he had a little tough break at the start of the game, and they rallied off of it. And now it's the other way around. Cornwall is rallying off of the mental mistakes that are happening on the field right now. But we go to a new pitcher in Cole Campbell. He'll get warmed up, and we'll let him get warmed up. We'll be back with the action for the bottom half of the 6th inning here with 2 men on.
16, Ian Burrow.
Ian Burrow now up to bat. Ball in the dirt for ball one. And mentioned before, Ian Burrow, he is the tying run. If he can somehow get on base and keep passing the torch for these River Rats. Listen low again, ball two. Quick pick move to second, not going to be in time. Eight, 5, top 6, 2 on, 2 out. Pitch on the inner half, strike 2, or strike 1, excuse me. 2-1 count. Little chopper above the mound, it's gonna drop. Can he get to first? In time! Out recorded, danger averted. The Oakville Whitecaps are able to get out of it, but not before 4 runs cross the plate. This game is as close as it'll get. 8-5, headed to the bottom half of the 6th. And just check out the replays here.
That was 4 pitches for Campbell, and 4 for the ball game.
And you see them all. The runs coming in, the hits coming in, the bounces finally going the way of the River Rats. Able to leg this one out. I believe that was Dallas Lamore being able to leg it out.
Ladies and gentlemen, the barbecue will be closing, so if there's anything you want, you can hop over now. That'd be great. Thank you very much.
And then you see the wild pitch here. That was the last run scored. Memphis Cox came in and made this game a 3-run game. But before we head to the bottom half of the 6th, we want to thank our community partners once again for sponsoring the 2023 Little League Ontario Junior Provincial Championship. We appreciate you. We thank you for being community partners, and we thank you for sponsoring this Junior Provincial Championship. And it'll be Caleb Jodouet on the mound. And he will face Matthew Zigley, Simon Missile, and Kyle Roberts. Those are the first 3 due up for the Whitecaps. We'll let them warm up, and we will be right back.
For the Whitecaps. Number 19, Matthew Zigley.
And it'll be Matthew Zigley. Looks like there's a little bit of an injury, and it's just Memphis Cox. When he slid in home plate, assuming got some cuts up on the arm, so he's going to get attended to. And we got some more Star Wars music playing here. So the Cantina Band. I don't know if you've ever watched the Family Guy version of the Star Wars, so when the Cantina Band finishes playing their song, they say, and we're the Cantina Band, anybody want to hear any different songs? And the band guy goes, play the same song again. He goes, all right, let's go, and they start playing. Back to the action. I believe that was Memphis Cox's mom that helped stitch it up, and the umpire yelled, thanks, Mom. So if you're a mom at home, thank you. It's going to be 1-2. A 1 count. Fouled off to the fence. Inside missing. One-two count, no outs. We're in the bottom half of the 6th inning. Oakville leads it. They've been leading all game long, 8-5. Cornwall mounted a little bit of a rally in the last half inning, scoring 4. Foul tipped, caught for strike 3. And the momentum seems to be in favor of Cornwall right now. Simon Missile now will step up to the dish. He's had a good day, reached via air and scored. Grounded it to third base his last time up. This time gets a hold of one, but it's going to be shallow left field. Nobody's going to be able to get there. Does he turn and think two? He's just going to stay at first. And it's a base runner for the Whitecaps.
Number 6, Kyle Roberts.
And Kyle Roberts will come up to bat. Runner takes off. Throw down a second. Not going to be in time. Stolen base there for Simon Missile.
And it's looking like Oakville, even though they're ahead after that inning, looks like they're going to want to get a few runs in now because they're getting worried.
Yeah, you never want to take any chances. Pitch in there for a strike. 1-1 goes the count. In the dirt. And pickoff move, not going to be in time. 2-1 count. One runner on for 1 out. In round robin game 4 of the 2023 Little League Ontario Provincial Championships. Swung and missed. 2-2. Ground ball hit up the middle to the shortstop. Throw on the first, not going to be in time. They're going to call him off the base. That's good hustling out of the box right there by Kyle Roberts.
Yeah, that's right, and it almost feels like the momentum's starting to shift again because Oakville's back on the bats, and it looks like they could be doing some damage here.
And you said it, momentum shifting. Cornwall did all this work to get it to a 3-run deficit, and Oakville threatening right on back. Pitch called for a strike, no throw. So it's going to be a stolen base for Roberts. And Dominic Hokinson is going to try to extend this lead. Ball in the dirt. Runner's coming home. Gets away. And the runner advances. And that's what you see. Simon Missile, great read in the dirt. That ball got to the backstop. And you see Missile just takes off. Fantastic read. So 1 run has crossed. It's a 4-run lead now. Roberts also did advance on the play. Ball high and outside. 2-1 count. Outside. Ball 3. It's 3-1 count. Runner on third. Here's the pitch. High, ball 4. And runners on the corner, Ryan Croft coming up to hit.
Number 9, Ryan Croft.
First pitch in there for a strike. Hokinson takes second base. One count. In there, strike 2. Nine 5 Oakville lead. They've scored 1 so far this inning. Steps off, just looks the runners back. Ground ball pulled to third base. Taking on a hop, throw across the diamond. In time. That'll be the second out, but a run does cross. So that 3-run lead has quickly turned into a 5-run lead for the side of the Whitecaps. Ground ball pulled, foul. I guess it's safe to say the momentum has fully been back on the Whitecap side.
Yes, it has definitely switched, and it's not looking good for the River Rats right now. They shortened that lead down to 3 runs just a second ago, and now it's back up to 5. So
That's a good pitch right there to go 0-2 here on Colligan.
River Rats are going to have a lot to do in this last inning.
In the dirt, runner not coming home. One, two outs, runner on third. Jodway trying to get out of it. The 2-2 is going to step off. And fouled off. The 2-2 pitch once again. Caleb Jodway trying to get out of it. High, full count, 3-2.
Next pitch will be 6-3.
Pulled down the left field line. Will it stay fair? Foul. See those flags blown in right field, pushing everything towards right to left. So anything in the air there was just going to keep tailing foul.
And that's too bad because Oakville had a good opportunity to score there, at least 1 run. Well, yeah, just 1 run on that, had it stayed fair.
Yeah, would have been 1 run and extra bases for sure for Colligan. And here goes the 3-2 once again. Missing on the outside, ball 4, runners on the corner. Evan Christian coming up to hit.
Number 27, Evan Christian.
Trying to finish off the inning is Caleb Jodway. Ground ball hit on a third base, grabs it. Giroux over to first in time. That'll retire the side as we go to the 7th inning. Last chance for the Cornwall River Rats to get this game on their side. Down 5, last at bats. And quickly, I want to thank our community partners for sponsoring the 2023 Little League Ontario Junior Provincial Championship. We appreciate you. We respect you. We thank you for being community partners and sponsoring this provincial championship. It's the last chance for the Cornwall River Rats to get something going It'll go like this. Zach Wilson will start it off, followed by Evan Rutley and Max Levine. Those are the three that will come up and face Cole Campbell. He'll be closing it out. And we'll step away here while Campbell gets warm for the top of the 7th, last inning here in Oakville.
Leading off top of the 7th inning, number 22, Zach Wilson.
Here we go. It's Zach Wilson. He'll lead things off for the side of the River Rats against Cole Campbell. Back-to-back pitches, missing the zone. And this is what you want if you're a Cornwall River Rats fan.
Hell, it's their last chance to make a comeback here, so they better take advantage of it.
First pitch for a strike right there. 2-1 count. Wilson has reached base both times he's been up. Once he got the swinging bunt, and then the last time up he walked. Strike call right there. In the dirt, ball 4, lead off base runner for the River Rats.
And that's a good start for the River Rats if they're going to want to make this comeback here.
Evan Rutley had a little bit of a struggle game at the plate so far. Struck out twice, grounded out to third in the first time. And frantically over that first, Wilson trying to put on the sliding glove. Missing high for a ball. Andrew Kieran behind the plate. We know he has a good arm, so if Wilson's going to steal, he has to make sure he's getting there quick. Another one in the dirt. 0-2, or excuse me, 2-0. And like mentioned throughout the broadcast, this is game 4 of 6 round-robin games to be played. That one's in there for a strike. These 4 teams will play these 6 round-robin games. The Team that finishes in second and third will fight in the semifinals, and the team that finishes in first will get a bye straight to the finals. Wilson gone to second. Bisharat has to throw to first. Does in time.
And there's a good stretch by first baseman right there. That was a crucial stretch.
Yeah, Rutley has a lot of speed down the lines. He was showcasing it there. That extra stretch at first, that's huge when it comes to these clutch moments. And now you have Max Levine. He was the man that got the offense started last inning. He had the leadoff walk, came around to score later on. This is the right man to have at the plate. He's had a good day so far. (10-5). Man on second, Levine pops it up. Catcher, Andrew Kieran, drops the ball. It's gonna be a fair ball. And that's just a tough break if you're an Oakville Whitecaps fan.
Yeah, it's tough for the Whitecaps, but that's exactly what the River Cats are wanting.
For sure. And as a back catcher, when those pop-up comes, first thing you want to do is your back wants to be facing the infield. It always makes it easier when it comes to catching the ball.
Yep.
Kieran just didn't have his back there. He just kind of ran out to catch it. Unfortunate break. Let's see if the River Rats can capitalize on that mistake. First ball is high. Connor Giroux.
Next pitch is 18.
Singled last time up. And now up 2-0. Runners on second and first. Pitch outside, 3-0. And nothing coming easy here in the top half of the seventh.
Yeah, you just can't find the zone.
In the dirt, ball 4. The bases are loaded.
Yeah, and this is a scary moment for the Whitecaps. So we see a mound visit. I don't know. I think this might just be a mound visit. I don't think we'll see a pitching change just yet. But similar to last time, just to calm everyone down, because this is nerve-wracking.
Yeah, emotions are running high. Tensions are quite thin.
Yeah.
And obviously the stakes here are pretty high because these two teams coming into the game, both 1-0. This could very well determine who finishes first place and gets that bye straight into the finals.
Well, and that's crucial to get that, because one less game means one less game where you have to throw pitchers, and more pitchers you can get available for the finals is an advantage for you. So
for sure it is. Yep.
It's important to finish first here.
Bases loaded, top of the seventh. Oakville up 10-5. First pitch in there for a strike. Before the last half inning, it was a 8-5 game for Oakville. They tacked on 2 more runs in the bottom half of the 6th. Now trying to shut the door here is Cole Campbell. One count. Ball hit to center field. Angle end right, has a beat on it. It will be caught. Runner's tagging. There's going to be a play at third. Not in time. Runner advances. 1 run scores. But that's a crucial out number 2.
Yeah, and that's going to help the Whitecaps maybe relax a little here. Now, that being said, they shouldn't take their foot off the gas here. They got to stay strong, and they got to keep the defense on here, because if they don't, if they open the door, River Rats could take advantage of this, and that could result in something pretty messy.
Yeah, and you've heard the expression, it all starts with 2. Well, we've seen teams rally back. Only down 4 right now. The tying run is on deck for the River Rats. And this is the time where you need Cole Campbell to settle down. Runner takes off for second. So the force out is only at first base. Caleb Jodoué trying to get on base for his squad. Two-0 count. Inside 3-0. A 3-0 pitch. Low, bases loaded. The tying run is at the plate. The one thing that's helpful here for the Whitecaps, there is an out at any bag.
And 1 out gets them out of this. And that's going to have to be what they do here, because if not, they could be giving up a few runs here.
If you're the River Rats, you want a base hit right here. And if you're the Whitecaps, diving bodies everywhere, keep that ball in the infield. First pitch in there, strike 1, and that's the start you want to see from Cole Campbell. A 1. It's an outer half, ball 1. Big swing and a miss, strike 2. Down to their last strike. Cornwall River Rats trying to keep this momentum going, trying to tie this game up in the 7th. Time called. Taking his time at the plate, it's Memphis Cox.
No, and he's got to focus here, because if he just watches a strike go by here, that's it.
Last strike, 1-2 count, 2 outs. The pitch, fouled off. Staying alive is number 2.
And that's what you got to be doing with 2 outs, or well, 2 outs and 2 strikes, especially in this case. You got to be staying alive however you can.
You just got to keep on battling. The name of the game, just battle. Keep the train moving if you're Memphis Cox. 1-2 count, the pitch. Too low, 2-2. Two pitch. Inside, ball 3. The runners will be moving. It's a full count. Runners moving, full count. Top of the 7th. Big swing and a miss, strike 3. That'll end the game. The Oakville Whitecaps win it 10-6, but there was a little bit of tempers flaring here.
Yeah, that was a close one, though.
and almost had it were the River Rats. Game 4 of the round robin play is done. Oakville is 2-0. The River Rats fall to 1-1. But it's not just over yet. We still have another day of round robin play. These teams will be back tomorrow. Game 5 of round robin starts at 2 p.m. It's Cornwall River Rats versus the East Nepean Eagles. And Game 6, the final game of round robin, 6:30 p.m. Orleans Red Sox versus the Oakville Whitecaps. And we will see what the standings will be at the end of tomorrow. But for day 2 here, I've been Zach Benoit. Joined alongside me is Cameron Foley. It's been a good day of baseball, and we'll look for more fun tomorrow. Until next time, thank you for tuning in